The best advice that I've ever been given is to be my own worst critic, to pay closer attention to the most basic of things, like hoof pastern alignment. Take my time to really look at that and to really be self-critical and make the adjustments when I need to make the adjustments. And in my practice, I do that I try and do it mostly through trimming, and when I can't achieve it through trimming, there's certainly a number of apparatus that can be used, wedge pads, glues, so on and so forth. And along the lines of those basics, some of the things that I pay attention to the most is DP balance, front to back hoof pastern alignment, as well as medial lateral balance. But medial lateral balance tends to be much more subjective, so over the years I've learned to look more at the foot indicators such as sole condition, wall thickness, and are those wall thicknesses uniform as they come around the foot left to right, as well as where the pastern descends in relationship to the bulbs, because I tend to be more critical about loading the foot as opposed to how the foot lands. I think that the most stress is expressed in the distal limb in the loading phase. So I really want to see that fetlock descend directly over the center of the bulbs whenever possible. And if it doesn't, how can I get it to do so? By doing that, I'm going to even the load and have the load of the horse centrally in the bony column, therefore centrally in the foot, less distortions, and sole planes and the condition of the sole will become more even and therefore more durable, as well as greatly reducing the distortions in the hoof wall and therefore allowing it to work more correctly and properly. When we load the foot asymmetrically, the foot responds asymmetrically, and one part of the foot will become overloaded and become closer to failing, if not failing completely. Crushed medial heels, lateral flares. You know, I also think of mismatched feet that way. High heel, long toe syndrome. You know, many of the horses that come into my practice start out with very mismatched feet, in that one foot will be a much higher foot, have much more heel, and if we really look at those feet, the hoof wall in the back part of that foot is very prominent. It's thick, it's just heavy duty hoof wall, and then as we work around the front of the foot, it becomes thin and atrophied, and that is absolutely a result of weight bearing and the way that weight bearing affects the tissues as how they're produced, as well as how they carry the load of the horse. And that same principle can be applied medial laterally as well.